which is exactly the next slide. And what I mean by list management, basically you have your business, your e-commerce store, your whatever, your SaaS business, and you keep on signing up people, and some people use fake email addresses, some people misspell the email address. So one thing you need to do to have a good list management is to use double opt-in, and this means basically where people confirm their email address before you start sending them email after email after email. If you're sending one email to a bad email address, that's not a problem. Even it can even be a honeypot or a trap, or a spam trap, and you're safe. But if you keep on sending to bad emails and your bounce rate goes up, then you need to make sure to fix this as soon as possible, because you may end up with your reputation being hurt. And this is one thing. Then the second thing is you need to periodically clean your email list. So if you've been in business for 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 years, you will see that over time, for some of the segments in your email list, the open rates drop. And this happens because some people just quit using that email address, that inbox. Some people die, some people whatever they do. But the point is, the older an email gets, the higher the chance that's not being used. And some of those email addresses with the big providers like Gmail, Yahoo, and others, they get turned into to spam traps. So if you have old email addresses in your email list, then you need to periodically clean them. And what do I mean by that? I mean, from time to time, you need to run a campaign where you ask people to opt out or to click on something to stay on your list. And if they don't, then you're going to remove them. And you don't need to email everybody and tell them to click on something to keep them on your list, because some people will be engaged, but they will not see that particular email, and you don't want to delete a good subscriber. So in this case, what you want to do is to create a segment of people that haven't been opening your emails for, let's say, 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. And this depends on your sending frequency. So if you're the kind of brand that sends emails every other day, and you have people that haven't opened in a month, then you kind of need to remove them. However, if you send once a month, then you can move this time frame to like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, because if you're only sending once a month, there's a higher chance people just miss your emails and not open. So if for example you're sending once a month and you set this rule in the segment to include people who haven't opened the emails in more than a month, then you will end up deleting people who have missed just one email. So that's not the proper way to do it. The proper way to do it is to first look at your sending frequency, and basically if you have sent people 3, 4, 5 emails in a row and they haven't opened, then maybe you need to consider removing them from your list, because they're no longer interested in seeing whatever you have to offer. And this is a big thing, and it will also count towards your open rates being greater. Why? Because I had a brand I worked with, and they used to have like 60,000 people on their email list. And what I did was to run an audit, and I saw some of them were never opening. Like, they had campaign after campaign after campaign, and those people never ever opened. And this way, and coupled with the authentication thing I spoke about in the first slide, this made them jump from 14 or 15% to like 60 something, and sometimes even 70% open rate. So this is the other component besides authentication that massively contributes to high open rates, which is emailing only those people who want to see your email. And again, it's common sense if you think about it, but not many people see it as common sense. And even with this brand, they used to want to send those people, even though they weren't opening. This brand kept on sending them email after email, and I was like, why are you keep sending emails to these people? It only does harm to you because they never open, they never click, they never buy. So there's zero engagement, zero buying power or buying opportunities, and it's only people basically that never open, and this is visible to Gmail and other providers. Whereas if you only send to your most engaged people, and this is one of the ways you can work in improving your reputation. Like if you see a drop, you can also send a couple of campaigns to only to your best people, and this way Gmail will get that signal that you have high open rates and you deserve a better reputation. So this is one thing to keep in mind, to segment your list and to make sure you clean it pretty often, or at least if you don't want to clean it and keep the rest of the emails for really occasional emailing, you can do that as well, but make sure you don't keep your emails for years in there and then expect to have huge open rates, because you will not. And this is the sad truth. Sometimes you need to you need to delete those emails because they will do more harm than good. And even though it doesn't sound that great deleting emails from your list because you paid for ads maybe to get those emails, you worked on campaigns, and you worked a lot, and it's not that great to have emails removed, but is the reality, and you need to do it. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Again, a very short version of the list management tactics. And I will jump to the next slide.